If you adopt children from the orphanage, please don't forget to spend time with them.
Have you ever been to Darkwater Crossing? Terrible name for such a beautiful place.
Yeah, just this bend.
This will be very straightforward. Just part of the package, eh?
Castle looks so big from down here. I mean, it is big, but, well, even bigger. Yes? What did you need? You sure you don't need me to take...
Let's end it once and for all. Yeah!
The old water cistern. On some days, this would just... Be glad you weren't here then.
Fools like you keep me active. You show spirit, I'll give you that. That's not even fair. You always do the same thing. Yeah.
Yes? What did you need? Take a left up here. This is one of
Won't
those
go down
weird
without a fight.
double-barred security doors.
Bruce?
How can you even move around in that thing? It looks awful to even put on.
Bruce?
Yes? What did you need? Nice job. Anything good? This leads out to the courtyard. Just head for the door. We've made it to the courtyard. Oh no.
Always ready.
Another day in Skyrim. I'm still trying to decide which is more unpredictable, the weather
Keep on
or the
keeping on.
inhabitants. I could really bury myself in a good book right about now. What happened to this place? Everything's been torn down. The whole place looks, well, dead. It's like we're the first to set foot here in centuries. This used to lead to the castle's great hall. It looks like my father had it sealed up. I used to walk through here after evening meals. It was beautiful once. This was my mother's garden. Do you know how beautiful something can be when it's tended by a master for hundreds of years? She would have hated to see it like this. Wait. Something's wrong with the moon dial here. Some of the crests are missing, and the dial is askew. I didn't even know the crests could be removed. Maybe my mother's trying to tell us something?
Fools!
Very clever, Mother. Very clever. I've never been in those tunnels before, but I'd bet they run right under the courtyard and into the tower ruins. Well, at least we're getting closer. Let's go. We're getting close. I'm sure of it. Ahem. My fellow traveling companion, doesn't this courtyard look nice? It's serene in a certain way, and uniquely beautiful, like a certain... maybe. Well, actually, yeah, the garden actually didn't age well. No, I wasn't talking about you. Well, I was. Well, it's entirely possible. Now, enough of that. We got a job to do. Well done, Serana. Nice. You really are as eloquent as an ice wraith. I've never even seen this part of the castle before. Be careful. I don't know what might be around.
I introduce myself.
It's fine. No need to explain.
Stepping up to me is detrimental to your health. Maybe a little. Strength comes from within. Fools! You will regret that. Fools!
We're getting close. I'm sure of it.
I can't turn a blind eye. Not... A valiant effort won't be enough. I won't hold back anymore. Fools!
I don't think we've reached the top yet. I'd bet there's some sort of secret passage around here. Leave it to my mother. Always smarter than I gave her credit for. Look at this place. This has to be it. I knew she was deep into necromancy. I mean, she taught me everything I know. But I had no idea she had a setup like this. Look at all of this. She must have spent years collecting these components. And what's this thing? I'm not sure about this circle, but it's obviously something. Let's take a look around. There has to be something here that tells us where she's gone. My mother was meticulous about her research. If we find her research notes, there might be some hints in there. I remember she used to keep a small journal. See if you can dig that up. Keep searching for her notes. She probably had a journal or something. Not that I ever saw. My mother had a bit of a thing for magical constructs. Not what you're thinking. She just found them fascinating. I had no idea that her laboratory even existed. She had an alchemy setup in her drawing room, but nothing that even comes close to what's here. Looking at the equipment and materials, it looks like she was trying to advance her necromancy. I don't know. Certainly not longevity. Kind of a waste of time for a vampire. I remember she used to keep a small journal. See if you can dig that up. Any luck yet? You did? Let me see. I only know what she told me. She had a theory about soul gems. That the souls inside of them don't just vanish when they're used. They end up in the soul cairn. The soul cairn is home to very powerful beings. Necromancers send them souls and receive powers of their own in return. My mother spent a lot of time trying to contact them directly, to travel to the soul cairn itself. That circle in the center of the room is definitely some type of portal. If I'm reading this right, there's a formula here that should give us safe passage into the soul cairn. A handful of soul gem shards, some finely ground bone meal, a good bit of purified void salts. Oh, damn it. We're also going to need a sample of her blood, which, if we could get that, we wouldn't even be trying to do this in the first place. Not bad. We'd better hope that it's good enough. Mistakes with these kinds of portals can be gruesome. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get started. Oh, definitely. Mother would have plenty of those materials in her laboratory. You just need to find them. Then the rest is up to me. Are you ready to go? I'm not entirely sure what this thing is going to do when I add my blood. Of course. What is it? I've been asking myself the same thing since we came back to the castle. She was so sure of what we did to my father. I couldn't help but go along with her. I never thought of the cost. Neither do I. She always seemed happy before we heard the prophecy. Then it all changed. She became a different person. They both did. Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I just didn't expect anyone to care how I felt about her. Thank you. Are we ready then? All right, here goes. By the blood of my ancestors. She actually did it. Created a portal to the Soul Cairn. Incredible. Are you all right? That looked painful. Now that I think about it, I should have expected that. Sorry. It's hard to describe. The Soul Cairn is, well, hungry, for a lack of a better word. It's trying to take your life essence as payment. There might be, but I don't think you're going to like it. Vampires aren't counted among the living. I could probably go through there without a problem. Not your first choice, I'd guess. Maybe we could just pay the toll another way. It wants a soul, so we give it a soul. Yours. My mother taught me a trick or two. I could partially soul trap you and offer that gem to the ideal masters. That might be enough to satisfy them. It would make you a bit weaker when we travel through the Soul Cairn, but we might be able to fix that once we're inside. Maybe. I'm sorry. I wish I knew a better way. Something that would be easier for you. Just know that, whatever path you choose, I won't think any less of you. Sometimes, things just have to be done. I know that better than anybody. I'm wondering what my mother got up to here. She definitely wasn't trying to keep the place clean. Are you sure? I'm willing to do it, but you need to think it through. You'll remain mortal, but you'll find yourself weakened within the Soul Cairn. I know this is difficult for you. I hope you trust me. I'd never do anything that could hurt you. Thank you. Let's not waste any more time then. I promise to make this as painless as possible. Hold still.
Is there something I can help you with? You lead. I'll follow.
I'd heard stories about the soul cairn, but never thought I'd see it myself. So far, it's about what I imagined. Ah, the smell here. Let's try to handle this quickly.
The smell here. I frankly thought it wouldn't smell like it anyway.
But how do you manage to deal with it then? Me? I smell like nightshade and snowberries. Oh, you know what? You should be talking. I have a heightened sense of smell, you know. If you think you smell like blossoms after frolicking in a fetid cave, you are sorely mistaken. But, hey, you're actually not too bad for a well-groomed bear. Porker face. Well, that is just not true anymore. We're being awfully carefree, aren't we? I mean, for being trapped in a realm of oblivion with no guaranteed return. It's nice, really, to just have fun. Have someone who can help me forget about all the prophecies, Elder Scrolls, betrayals, and this awful God's curse reek. About all of this, even for a brief moment. I'm starting to like you, okay? You're growing on me. And what I said is true, though I definitely wouldn't want to end up here for all eternity. We got a job to do. Let's find my mother and find a way out of here.
Are you alive? I must be imagining this.
I feel terrible for the dead who end up here for eternity.
Leave me be.
Seems awful, like they're still suffering.
What is happening? I don't know, actually. But you should be focusing on getting out of here, not remembering your past self. Look, the more you stay in this forsaken place, the easier it becomes to forget who you were. And I've been here for a long time now. I cannot allow myself to stay here any longer. Do you know about the Battlespire? A huge floating island? A magical war academy for Imperials? Well, this Battlespire used to have portals to teleport Imperial battle mages from a place to another. One of them was linked to the Soul Cairn, and one portal inside the Soul Cairn was used to teleport people into another realm. If this portal still exists, it might be my way out of this place. And I need to get out of this place. Now, will you help me find it? Or not? A place called the Chapel of Love. I'm sure it's somewhere around here. Please, help me find it.
What happened to my ship? Where am I?
What can I do for you? Bellathor? Ugh. He just wants me back so I can help him run the store. Either way, I work for Morven now. If you want me to come with you, you'll need to work something out with him.
Well, look what we have here. Someone with flesh on their bones. Let's just say I sold something to a guy who turned out to work for a whole coven of necromancers. How in the name of Zenithar was I to know the ingredients were phony? Do I look like someone that would double-cross a necromancer? You got it. Horse, wagon, and all. Plopped here without so much as a word. I used to be one of the best traders in High Rock, you know. How people would track me down just to see what I had for sale. Very funny. And what exactly are you going to pay me with? Take a look around. Gold doesn't exactly win you any friends around here. I'll tell you what. I appreciate what you're trying to do, so I'll play along. The only thing I see around here in abundance are soul husks. You know, those ugly fungus-looking things growing out of the ground. Bring me, say, 25 of them, and you can rummage through what was left on my cart. Odds and ends I've gathered over the years. Well, used to gather, before all of this nonsense happened to me. Tell me what you're looking for, and maybe we can make a deal, if you have the husks. No husks, no sale. Guess you have some scavenging to do.
Let's keep moving. I feel like
Brought some soul husks? She is a good worker, and I am happy with her performance here. Why should I let her go? I see your point. However, I paid a good deal to the necromancers to get her. I am willing to make a deal, if you can help me recoup my investment. That's a great idea. Yes, get me 30 soul husks. Inflation, my friend.
Do you need help? You're looking a bit overloaded there.
Let's end it once and for all. Please watch what you're doing and who you're hurting. I get that you're trying, but you're not really helping. Bruce?
you asked.
Bruce? We can talk it out, you and I.
smell awful, by the way. What now? Remember, magic's a powerful tool. Use it wisely.
fearlessly charge the enemy. No, not too dramatic.
By day or night, I fight the good fight.
There's no escape.
Mother? Mother!
Maker, it can't be. Serana?
Is it really you? I can't believe it. How do we get inside? We have to talk.
Serana, what are you doing here? Where's your father?
He doesn't know we're here. I don't have time to explain.
I must have failed. Harkon's found a way to decipher the prophecy, hasn't he?
No, you've got it all wrong. We're here to stop him, to make everything right.
Wait a moment. You've brought a stranger here? Have you lost your mind?
No, you don't...
You, come forward. I would speak with you. So how has it come to pass that a vampire hunter is in the company of my daughter? It pains me to think you'd travel with Serana under the guise of her protector in an effort to hunt me down. Coming from one who murders vampires as a trade, I find it hard to believe your intentions are noble. Serana has sacrificed everything to prevent Harkon from completing the prophecy. I would have expected her to explain that to you. You think I'd have the audacity to place my own daughter in that tomb for the protection of her Elder Scroll alone? The scrolls are merely a means to an end. The key to the tyranny of the sun is Serana herself. When I fled Castle Volkihar, I fled with 2 Elder Scrolls. The scroll I presume you found with Serana speaks of Auriel and his arcane weapon, Auriel's bow. The second scroll declares that the blood of Cold Harbor's daughter will blind the eye of the dragon. Like myself, Serana was a human once. We were devout followers of Lord Molig Bal. Tradition dictates the females be offered to Molig Bal on his summoning day. Few survive the ordeal. Those that do emerge as a pure-blooded vampire. We call such confluences the Daughters of Cold Harbor. Now you're beginning to see why I wanted to protect Serana, and why I've kept the other Elder Scroll as far from her as possible. If Harkon obtained Auriel's bow, and Serana's blood was used to taint the weapon, the tyranny of the sun would be complete. In his eyes, she'd be dying for the good of all vampires. And how exactly do you plan on stopping him? If you believe that, then you're a bigger fool than I originally suspected. Don't you think I weighed that option before I enacted my plans? You care nothing for Serana, or our plight. Whether or not you've become one of us in order to survive the Soul Cairn, you're still a vampire hunter at heart. You're here because we're abominations in your mind. Evil creatures that need to be destroyed. Serana, this stranger aligns herself with those that would hunt you down and slay you like an animal. Yet I should entrust you to her.
This stranger has done more for me in the brief time I've known her than you've done in centuries.
How dare you! I gave up everything I cared about to protect you from that fanatic you call a father!
Yes, he's a fanatic. He's changed. But he's still my father. Why can't you understand how that makes me feel?
Oh, Serana, if you'd only open your eyes. The moment your father discovers your role in the prophecy, that he needs your blood, you'll be in terrible danger.
So, to protect me, you decided to shut me away from everything I cared about? You never asked me if hiding me in that tomb was the best course of action. You just expected me to follow you blindly. Both of you were obsessed with your own paths. Your motivations might have been different. But in the end, I'm still just a pawn to you two. I want us to be a family again, but I don't know if we can ever have that. Maybe we don't deserve that kind of happiness. Maybe it isn't for us. But we have to stop him before he goes too far. And to do that, we need the Elder Scroll.
I'm sorry, Serana. I didn't know. I didn't see. I've allowed my hatred of your father to estrange us for too long. Forgive me. If you want the Elder Scroll, it's yours. Your intentions are still somewhat unclear to me, but for Serana's sake, I'll assist you in any way that I can. Yes, I've kept it safely secured here ever since I was imprisoned. Fortunately, you're in a position to breach the barrier that surrounds these ruins. You need to locate the tallest of the rocky spires that surround these ruins. At their bases, the barrier's energy is being drawn from unfortunate souls that have been exiled here. Destroy the keepers that are tending them, and it should bring the barrier down. One more word of warning. There's a dragon that calls itself Durnevere roaming the cairn. Be wary of him. The Ideal Masters have charged him with overseeing the Keepers, and will undoubtedly intervene if you're perceived as a threat. As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer. When I entered the Soul Cairn, I had intended to strike a bargain with the Ideal Masters, the custodians of this place. I requested refuge in the Soul Cairn, and in exchange, I would provide the Ideal Masters the souls that they craved. If I had foreseen the value they placed on my own soul, I would never have come here. The Ideal Masters unleashed their keepers and sent them to destroy me. Fortunately, I was able to hold them at bay and retreat into these ruins. Unfortunately, yes. Since the Keepers weren't able to claim my soul, they had their minions construct a barrier that I'd never be able to breach. Time has very little meaning to me. Consequently, it has little meaning to the Ideal Masters as well. I suppose you could call this the ultimate waiting game, each watching the other to see which will give in. I know very little about them. They're mystic entities that lord over the Soul Cairn, controlling every aspect from its fabric to its appearance. While some necromancers believe they are the crystalline structures dotting the Soul Cairn, I believe there's more to it than that. I think they transcend what we perceive as a physical form. Perhaps they were once corporeal beings, but they've obviously reached a point where they no longer require a tangible presence. Conduits, through which the Ideal Masters speak to their underlings and feed on their victims. The Ideal Master's weakness is their insatiable hunger for pure souls. It's the reason for the Soul Cairn's existence, and the only leverage a necromancer has when bargaining with them. The ability to summon powerful undead guardians, as one would conjure an Atronak or Daedra. However, the majority of necromancers that are foolish enough to enter into a bargain with the Ideal Masters wind up here as harvested souls. Be careful, and keep my daughter safe.
Even know who I am. Seriously making me angry.
Who's?
Got something to prove? Could have dodged that if I
Bruce?
Surrender now. I'll let you live.
The clouds, the sky, it's all wrong. Everything's wrong.
don't want this. Name in the history books. Oh, stop showing off. Just getting warmed up. Use your brain if you still have one. Boost! them all. Time to finish
You managed to destroy all 3 keepers? Very impressive. Yes. Please follow me. Keep watch for Durnevere. With the prison's barrier down, he's almost certain to investigate.
What adventures await us today, or what trouble we will find ourselves in?
Wait, I hear something.
He's here.
Gloves are coming off.
First one's free. I'm generous like that.
Come on. She's leading us to explore.
forgive my astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon. Volumes written on Durnevere allege that he can't be slain by normal means. It appears they were mistaken. Yes. The soul of a dragon is as resilient as its owner's scaly hide. It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnevere's physical form while he reconstitutes himself. Minutes, hours, years, I can't even begin to guess. I suggest we don't wait around to find out. Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll and you can be on your way.
I can't believe we found my mother alive. That's it. That's the last scroll. Come on, let's take it to Dexion. I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could be doing this alone. I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could be doing this alone. I can't believe we found my mother alive. Well, you know what I mean. I'm glad you're here. I don't think I could be doing this alone. Relieved, I think. All those things had been building up for a while. You have no idea how long I wanted to say that to her. Look, I loved my father, but when he found that prophecy, that became his life. Everything else, even me and my mother, we just became clutter. I was close with my mother, but she just kept feeding me her opinions of him, and eventually, I started believing them. The moment we gave ourselves to Molag Bal, things got really icy between them. They were both drunk with power and pulling in different directions. Then he found that prophecy, and that was it. I was. Honestly, it took me up until now to figure out that my mother was really just as bad as he was. He was obsessed with power. She was obsessed with seeing him fail. It was just so toxic. Maybe I could have seen this coming. We could all be better off now. I know that in my head, but I just can't help feeling bad about the way things are. Sorry. I know you're trying to help. Thanks. Anyway, we should keep moving.
Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be on your way. I have no choice. As I told you before, I'm a daughter of Cold Harbor. If I return to Tamriel, that increases Harkon's likelihood of bringing the tyranny of the sun to fruition. I appreciate your concern for me, but Serana is all that I care about. You must keep her safe at all costs. Remember that Harkon is not to be trusted. No matter what he promises, he'll deceive you in order to get what he wants. And promise me you'll keep my daughter safe. She's the only thing of value I have left.
I'm glad we found the scroll, but I wish she could come with us.
Stay your weapons. I would speak with you, Quinarin. Cursed, not dead. Doomed to exist in this form for eternity. Trapped between between Laas and Enoch, between life and death. I believe in civility among seasoned warriors, and I find your ear worthy of my words. My claws have rended the flesh of innumerable foes, but I have never once been felled on the field of battle. I therefore name you Quanarin, or Vanquisher in your tongue. Your words do me great honor. My desire to speak with you was born from the result of our battle, Quanarin. I merely wish to respectfully ask a favor of you. For countless years I've roamed the Soul Cairn in unintended service to the Ideal Masters. Before this, I roamed the skies above Tamriel. I desire to return there. I fear that my time here has taken its toll upon me. I share a bond with this dreaded place. If I ventured far from the Soul Cairn, my strength would begin to wane until I was no more. I will place my name with you and grant you the right to call my name from Tamriel. Do me this simple honor, and I will fight at your side as your Graze Mazen, your ally, and teach you my Thum. Trivial in your mind, perhaps. For me, it would mean a great deal. I don't require an answer, Quanarin. Simply speak my name to the heavens when you feel the time is right. There was a time when I called Tamriel. The Dova roamed the skies, vying for their small slices of territory that resulted in immense and ultimately fatal battles. I was, but unlike some of my brethren, I sought solutions outside the norm in order to maintain. I began to explore what the Dova call Elok Gilan, the ancient forbidden art that you call necromancy. The Ideal Masters assured me that my powers would. In return, I was to serve them as a keeper until the death of the one who calls herself Valerica. I discovered too late that the Ideal Masters favor deception over honor, and had no intention of releasing me from my binding. They had control of my mind, but fortunately they couldn't possess my soul. Free? No. The Soul Cairn has become a part of what I am. I can never fully call Tamriel my home again, or I would surely perish. I only hope that you will allow me the precious moments of time there through your call.
some soul husks? Or... Very well. True to my word, she is now free to go.
That's a lot of magic mumble-jumbo I don't understand. Only half of those words meant anything to me. I guess I'm already dead on the inside from having to deal with Belethor all these years. Despite what Belethor did, I can see that you are here with good intentions. And I suppose I've had quite enough adventure for the time being. Sure, I'll come with you. If anything, I need to go home and teach Belethor a lesson. The name is Lily, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Every reason to believe.
I think now would be a good time to talk.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. It's from Falk Firebeard at the Blue Palace. Ooh, you've got friends in high places. Looks like that's it. got to go.
Well, hey
By
there.
the gods. We just
It's a
fought
peaceful
Alduin,
and lively city.
and
I'm
I
glad
think
the
now
Temple
would
of
be a good
Kira
time
is
to
here.
talk. I wasn't sure we'd make it out of there in one piece. I know this sounds weird, but I felt kind of scared. For you. For both of us. The Ideal Masters could do anything, really. They could have trapped us there for one. I wouldn't like to be a hostage for eternity. Again. Maybe you're a pile of talking script jelly. The Ideal Masters are real. Everything I said about the Soul Cairn was real. There are trapped souls, cryptic, floating entities. We fought an undead dragon. What we saw basically spelled out everything I had read about that place. The Soul Cairn, realm of oblivion as ruled by the Ideal Masters. And of course you didn't see them. They're called unseen for a reason. Ugh. Wait. You're just messing with me, aren't you? It's not funny. Maybe next time I'll be the one to personally soul trap and place you in the Soul Cairn. See how you take that. You really don't give up, do you? Seriously. I'm just glad it's all over. Be a good guy. I know I can be
The drunken
moody
huntsman is a bit
sometimes,
empty, but good thing there's no
honestly,
Mikhail.
I appreciate that you're keeping our spirits up. Thanks. Look, there is something I'd like to tell you, and I really feel like now's the time. Do you like me? Not just as a friend, but as something else? I think you know what I mean. Then, hopefully this won't be awkward.
Although I appreciate nature, the city walls make me feel safe during difficult times.
Huh?
If I am the
Wow.
Jarl here, I would
It's
plant flowers and trees all over
Nice,
the city.
actually. You are so nice and... Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to... I feel free, for once. I didn't mean to jump you like that. I just wanted to do it my way this time. To conquer my fear and do the very thing that still gives me nightmares on my terms. It had to be someone I trust. It had to be you. I used to see intimacy as a way to deceive, to take advantage, and most of all, to demonstrate power, control, domination, degradation. It's like, all my life, I've only ever seen a facade. I just wanted to experience what it's really meant to be like for once. With you.
Let's get going.
Let's sell some of our loot later. It never hurts to get rid of some
Need
burden.
something? Huh?
That sapling you recovered means the Gilded Green will live again. Its deed honors the people of White.
What can I do for you? I work for Belethor at the General Goods Store. He's not the best teacher, but just watching him, I've learned so much. Shop at Belethor's for the best prices and selection.
Welcome to Bellathor's General Goods. Welcome indeed. You and me, we're the only people... Thank you, friend. I owe you a debt that can never be repaid. Here is your reward. Yes, a most generous reward. No need to get rough. Once again, thank you so much for your help reuniting me with my sister.
Are you all right?
I am back home again, thanks to you, of course. Listen, you're a pretty good person. It was nice meeting you. Maybe we can be friends in the future. Sorry about my brother. I don't have much to reward you with, but here are a few things I picked up as a merchant.
I assure you...
May the sun light your path.
Thank you.
Hey, so... As a fellow Nord, what do you think of mead? Like it, hate it, couldn't bother? It seems like most of us can't go a single day without it. But I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Lovely trinkets at bargain prices.
Glad we're on the same page then. I may have an extraordinarily high tolerance for alcohol, but that doesn't mean I don't like getting drunk. Or at least, trying to. Haven't succeeded, I think, ever, but that's a little life goal of mine.
Look smart and practical with Cadlin's outfits.
Gilder
Prices
Green
that
is a
won't break
testament to
your heart.
Kinnereth's blessings.
Yes? Oh, what would you like me to wear? Do you want me to wear armor or mage robes? What? What? I've been meaning to ask, why did you join the Dawn Guard?
Buying and selling a range of quality goods.
Back from some adventure, I bet?
Nah, I don't think so.
Fine, suit yourself.
Keep it in close. Have more control.
Guess that comes down to footwork.
Lower body has to compensate, or you'll fall right over.
I've been meaning to ask, why did you join the Dawn Guard?
There are many souls in this city who could use our
I've been meaning
assistance.
to ask, why did you join the Dawn Guard? I've been meaning to ask, why did you join the Dawn Guard?
Mind if I join you on your hunt? I've been practicing my archery skills, and I could use some guidance from someone like you.
You want to come hunting with me? It takes more than just shooting arrows, you know.
I know. I've been studying your techniques, and I can't wait to put them into practice. Plus, spending time together would be nice.
All right, I'll give you a chance. But remember, hunting is about survival and respect for nature.
So see you tomorrow morning, then? Any pointers on my sword? Seriously, Rhea? You swing that blade like a blind mammoth. Try moving your feet for once. Alright, no need to be so serious. Just stating the obvious. Keep practicing. Maybe you'll catch up someday. It's not about strength. It's about leverage. Strength doesn't hurt.
Well, no. I'm just saying.
It's more to defense than muscle.
I think this city could use more
I've been
plants.
meaning to ask.
We can never have too
why
much
did you
greenery.
join the Dawn Guard? I've been meaning to ask. Why did you join the Dawn Guard? I've been meaning to ask. Why did you join the Dawn Guard? I've been meaning to ask. Why did you join the Dawn Guard? I see. Well, I imagine our path may lead us to some legend-worthy fights, against dragons or who knows what else. Hey there, I have a little something for you.
I believe there are many people in this city who need our help.
What's the plan? So, what have you got? Remember, magic's a powerful tool. Use it wisely.
Damn faithless Imperials. Every one of them.
It's... Huh? Need something? Yes?
You sure you don't need me to take some of that weight? Doesn't look pleasant.
Would you look at that?
Do you need help? You're looking a bit... overloaded there. I'm glad we're together.
I trust your journey was successful? I'm sorry, my friend. I can no longer be of use in this matter. It's my fault. In my haste to read the first scroll, I neglected the careful preparation required. I thought I'd be able to allay the after effects, but I was wrong. Now I am paying for it. Blind? Yes, I'm afraid so. No, it will have to run its course, and there's always the chance I may never recover. No, there is another way. The question is, How much are you willing to risk to find Oriel's bow? I can't guarantee you'd be free from harm. Becoming blind could be the least of your worries. Scattered across Tamriel are secluded locations known only as Ancestor Glades. There's one in Skyrim in the Pine Forest. Performing the ritual of the Ancestor Moth within the glade should provide the answers you seek. It involves carefully removing the bark from a canticle tree, which will in turn attract ancestor moths to you. Once enough of the moths are following, they'll provide you with the second sight needed to decipher the scrolls. In keeping with tradition, you must use a specific tool in the Ancestor Glade, an implement known as a draw knife. Every moth priest is taught this ritual, but few ever get the chance to perform it. You should consider yourself fortunate if it works for you. From what I saw in the vision, the Elder Scroll which foreshadows the defiance of the gods with the blood of mortals is the key to the prophecy. Deciphering one of the Elder Scrolls is nothing like reading a simple book. There is quite a bit of ritual and concentration required. It can take months or even years to complete a single scroll, and even then, months to recover. Well, as I'm sure you've figured out by now, it's no mere coincidence that we're named Moth Priests. The voice of the Ancestor Moth has always been an integral part of reading the Elder Scrolls. Oh, the moths don't literally read the scrolls, but they maintain a connection to ancient magic that allows the moth priests to decipher them. If you listen closely when you find the glade, you should be able to hear their song, a soft, harmonious trilling. It's through this ancestral chorus that the moths tap into a form of primal augur and become a conduit for deciphering the scrolls. By having the ancestor moths close to the moth priest, they can utilize the conduit and share the moth's augury. Only the most resilient of priests can do it this way. It takes years of practice to interpret the harmony. You've come this far, and you've found several Elder Scrolls. Whether you believe it or not, the scrolls have a mind of their own. If they did not want you to find them, they would not allow it. Because of this, I strongly believe you were meant to hear the ancestral chorus. Only one way to find out. Good luck. I hope you find the answers you seek.
Hey, Soreen. My name is Serana. You know what I am. But hopefully we can get along here. We're both going against my father in some way.
That still doesn't mean I'll align with vampire filth. You're lucky I don't strike you down here, and now!
Oh, wow. So, that's how it's going to be then.
Well, this isn't exactly a palace, is it? Still, it's sturdy, secure, and seems defensible. I suppose I'd rather be here than most other places. I wonder what we're up against here. Yes, it is. Now get out of my sight. Ugh. Isran made a mistake.
Well, thank you for your such overwhelming hospitality and kindness. And I'll be sure to remember it whenever I'm feeling hungry.
Big words from the big vampire.
Come on, let's get out of here.
blood.
Melts my heart having to do this.
I knew I smelled more than blood.
It's the right thing to do.
That's all you
Bruce? It's really not worth fighting. Oh, really? You think you're all...
Bruce?
Rocks and valleys, crevices and hiding places. This is the kind of place where hermits and
What was that?
Looks like we got ourselves a hero. Damn you!
Not so tough now, are you?
You choose death.
It's nothing.
Ah, the smell here. Let's try to handle this quickly.
I can't stand living in a place like this. I don't know how they do it.
Some things I just can't put up with.
Want to go?
Nothing better to do.
Victory is yours! I submit!
Is someone there?
Bruce?
Come on! You'll pay for that!
Nice job. Anything good?
never should have come here!
I hope we reach the Ancestor Glades soon. I love your style. You're looking good today.
Bad fight, friend.
hoping it wouldn't smell this bad.
Only one of us matters. Simple as that.
Boost!
So, what's inside?
Look at that! A cave! Who knows what could be down there?
I was always taught to avoid these types of ruins. I think I see why now.
Wonder if I can throw my own spray in the valley. Won't need that bullet, sister.
Pride will get you.
Boost!
Thought I heard something. Kill you! I reckon you're the new leader. Lucky hit.
It's thousands of years old. Who knows what we might find? Watch your step. There are many traps in the Nordic ruins.
Over here.
Look like you're analyzing your goal.
Ease one more way to get
I'm surprised you lasted this long. Now hurry up.
Anger over. Can you imagine where
Victory is yours. I submit. I swear I'll kill you.
Not so tough now, are you? I'm not mad, just want an explanation. Cry now, huh? With me on your front. Bruce? You're not helping.
It's amazing that after so many centuries, Draugr's ancient weapons are still usable.
Just part of the package, eh?
Packing on layers of metal makes for a sturdier target, I'd think.
Oh, here we go.
I'm glad you're here. Keep that weapon sharp, and that wit sharper. It's a dangerous world out there.
Those motionless Draugrs might suddenly attack you, so be very careful. This is a little creepy.
Citizen?
Hey there.
This town looks quiet, but many battles were fought here in the past.
Confidence personified. Strength comes from within.
Who's?
My purpose is greater than this.
If we are out hunting, do it with gratitude and only take what you need. By walking in the wilderness, I could sense the bond with my goddess.
This must be the place. Not very impressive, is it? If this ends up being a wasted trip, your friend Dexian and I are going to have some words when we get back. Wow. Look at this place. No one's been here in centuries. I doubt there's any other place like it in Skyrim. It's beautiful. Well, we got the knife. Now all we need to do is track down one of those canticle trees. Hope the moths like that bark as much as Dexian said they would. Look at them. They've definitely taken a liking to you. And unless I'm seeing things, you're starting to glimmer. Whoa! I think that might have been what we were waiting for. Let's head back up there and see if we can read the scrolls. Are you okay? Almost thought I lost you there. You went as white as the snow. I never trusted those damn scrolls. Who knows what those things could have done to you? Just look at Dexian. What about Ariel's bow? Do you know where we can find it? Then, it's almost over. We can finally put an end to this ridiculous prophecy. Where is this Darkfall cave? Then let's get going. I want to get there before my father has a chance to track us down. Okay.
Never should have come
Things
here.
just got very weird.
What was that?
Bruce?
Don't leave here alive.
Trust me, you don't want none of this. Making a fool of yourself. Good for nothing magic.
I'm glad we're together.